Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to play this clip through without any interruptions. And then we're going to rewind that bad boy back and give you a play-by-play, because this got to be one of the most elegant and disrespectful simultaneously characters I've ever seen in this game, in any game for that matter. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, all right?
Whoa.
Okay, so y'all saw that. I don't know what went through y'all's head, but let me explain to you what went through my head. First of all, what the hell is Brody Bro doing with a hand behind his back? He got a whole usable arm and he gonna put it behind his back. Off rip, pure full-blown disrespect. All right, now we all know that this uppercut right here probably sent this wolf to the shadow realm. But I don't know what this poor little wolf did to Imbibitor Lunae, but Brody Bro said, I'm not stopping here. Little bro then proceeds to summon a spear and chunk a whole gay bogue at his head. Now, I know for a fact this wolf was already dapping up Noob Saibot at this point, but oh no, he then pimp slaps him, uppercuts him with a dragon into the skies. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, bro, that's a that's a regular mob. Whose man's? Why is he doing them like this? Then he goes in the air and proceeds to disrespect an entire generation inside of Naruto. My guy disrespected Naruto, Minato, and Jiraiya. Bro is literally over here weaving a Rasengan with one hand after they spent a whole 3 seasons trying to learn how to craft a Rasengan with both hands, only to be met with blood, sweat, and tears and failure. And my guy over here weaving it with one hand. Okay, all right. I gotta admit, that's elegant and disrespectful. But it still didn't end there. He then goes up in the air and summons a whole ass Shenron at his command. Guys, another generation has now been disrespected. All right, we got Shenron. What is it? Bulma then invented a GPS system inside of the Stone and Dinosaur ages just to try and search for these goddamn measly ass Dragon Balls. Then they summon the dragon to bring back Goku for the 18,000th time, to get immortality, to summon a pair of underwear, and then they gotta go wait X amount of years to get the Dragon Balls again. Danny Boy over here summoned him at his command, not to do anything with regards to wishing. Now, I'm just gonna ask you to obliterate this wolf who's already dead. Okay, just go ahead and obliterate him. He's an eyesore. But hold on, it doesn't end here either. Hold up. Bro hits him with the death stare, with the moon behind him like Itachi. And then the dragon actually goes through with it. I can't believe this, guys. I have never seen such elegance and disrespect. Bro came down like Killua's grandpa summoned him. Let's run that back one more time. This dragon came down like Killua's grandpa summoned him to kill a already dead wolf. Oh my God, bro, 10 out of 10. I gotta be honest with you. Even if I wasn't a content creator, I would pull for Dan Hang. This is easily the drippiest, swaggerific character they have released thus far. Bro is out here summoning Shenron, carving and weaving Rasengans with one hand behind his back, throwing gay bogue, and then sending the dragon down like Killua's grandpa. Like, how cool? How cool is he going to be, bro? This is already enough. I've seen enough. Here, take my wallet. Nah, but all jokes aside, man, he looks freaking wicked, guys. We're gonna continue going on because I want to also go over everything they've revealed. 5-star destruction path character. Let's go ahead and skip to the next part where they're like going into detail about his kit and his skills.
Dan Heng, Imbibitor Lunae's specialty, is consuming multiple skill points to trigger an array of powerful abilities. Tapping the skill button enhances the effects of Imbibitor Lunae's basic attack, Beneficent Lotus, up to 3 times in succession. Depending on the number of enhancements, Beneficent Lotus becomes...
Guys, hold on. We can't just gloss over this, all right? You know, do y'all know who's an Octopath Traveler fan in here? This guy, let's go ahead and turn this off real quick and mute it. This guy's entire kit mechanic with this is purely inspired from Octopath Traveler. One of the most coolest features of Octopath Traveler is when you do attacks and stuff, you build up this skill point system to where you can amplify your attacks. And this is literally a perfect demonstration of what I'm talking about. You click the button over and over, and every time you click the button, it's like a super power up. All right, cool. This is, I love this. I love when other games take cool features from other games and implement it into their own. There's nothing wrong with that. The whole goddamn world copies each other. It's all good. Anyways, I wanted to highlight that because that was super cool. But essentially, Danny Boy is looking to be very skill point hungry. As of now, we will continue to progress and give my thoughts as things go on. But the fact that one character is taking up 3 skill points, much like Xing Shui, tells you already you're going to need to build a very skill point friendly team around Danny Boy.
3 times in succession. Depending on the number of enhancements,
that's the first one.
Beneficent Lotus becomes Transcendence,
this is the second one.
Divine Spear, and Fulgurant Leap, respectively.
This is the third charge.
And damage dealt increase with each enhancement. Additionally, single target damage is replaced with multiple target damage in both Divine Spear.
My guy is a voice actor for real, bro. He is pronouncing these words with his life force.
And Fulgurant Leap.
Bro is actually a blade concept for pronunciation. Each time he pronounces a word, a bit of his life force leaves him.
In Imbibitor Lunae's talent, Righteous Heart amplifies the damage he deals as the number of hits per action in the current turn increases.
Sounds like skill point management is going to be pretty important for Imbibitor Lunae's allies.
Hold that thought. When using his ultimate, Imbibitor Lunae deals imaginary damage to a single target and
such a sick ultimate, man.
While also receiving a set amount of
Did y'all see that?
Sacrosancta.
So he said a set amount, but as you can see, 2 of them popped up right here. So the set amount is actually 2. When he pops his ult, he gets 2 stacks. You can see it down here. We can go back if you guys want to.
Deals as the number
so you see he has no
action
stacks
in the current turn increases.
Sounds like skill point management is going to be pretty important for Imbibitor.
And then as soon as he pops the ult,
Imbibitor Lunae's skill point consumption.
come on now.
While also
there we go.
Receiving a set
as soon as he pops his ult, 2 stacks pop up. So this is obviously going to be a utility resource to help manage his skill point hungry kit. You're gonna have to saturate that kit a bit with some skill point utility, and this is one way to do it. So off rip, this tells me probably it's always hard to tell. He's probably going to need energy recharge rope. More than likely, we'll see. And the reason being is because you're going to want to get his ult up as fast as possible to take advantage of this. Then again, so many characters are nuanced in this game that could very well be one way of playing Danny Boy and Imbibitor Lunae. But nonetheless, I love things like this. This is cool. He seems to have one of those kits that is going to be very simplistic on the surface level, but below the surface level, trying to min-max team compositions to suit his playstyle, probably going to be quite a bit complex.
Squama Sacrosancta can be used to offset.
And as you can see, instead of taking away a skill point from here, it instead took a skill point away from here. That's what I mean by this is a utility source to help manage his skill point kit.
Imbibitor Lunae's skill point consumption.
A little bit of satiation.
Man, Secret Strength Don Hung is kind of a one-man band.
Okay.
But that's not all. Imbibitor Lunae's technique, Heaven Quelling Prismadragon, allows him to enter a leaping dragon state for a set time. In this state,
Bro can literally just spam the button to keep dashing, and he has increased speed. They pretty much just RIP'd the use of Yukong's passive running around. It just pretty much power crept Yukong's passive, guys. But what I will say is, if you skip Imbibitor Lunae, then Yukong can still be utilized to get around the map quickly. It's just hilarious that they gave him the speed boost and more, because when you attack,
using an attack causes Imbibitor Lunae to lunge forwards a set distance and strike all enemies he comes into contact with.
And
entering battle in this way allows Imbibitor Lunae to acquire a set amount of Squama Sacrosancta.
That is what I wanted you guys to hear. So when he goes into battle, you'll notice he has 1 stack to start off with. Again, this is going to be very valuable for, when you're trying to min-max the optimal playstyle and rotation of Imbibitor Lunae. He's so skill point hungry that going into battle with that 1 stack is actually quite pivotal, so that you can do his 3 charges and still have skill points to left over to manage. So I think that's going to be a crucial role. One thing that comes off the top of my head is that you might the one thing I've noticed is that the healing set that gives you 1 skill point upon entering battle, it's been power crept by other sets. The speed set, and then you got somebody like Lorcha who can just use attack percent. But in the case of Imbibitor Lunae, the healing set actually has some value because now you're going in with 2 extra skill point utility sources, and then he can go probably to max level 3 and still have 2 extra points that he would have, which is huge. So the healing set is actually looking quite useful in regards to building Imbibitor Lunae team compositions.
To set distance and strike all enemies he comes into contact with. Entering battle in this way allows Imbibitor Lunae to acquire a set amount of Squama Sacrosancta.
And lo, such is the frightful power of the high.
I love that that Owl's voice actor.
Now that we've introduced Secret Strength Don Hung, let's move on to an old friend of ours.
All right. This video was fully focusing on Danny Boy and Imbibitor Lunae. Now, my next video that I upload is going to be focusing on Fu Xuan and her kit and giving my thoughts as to how she's performing and what insights I was able to extrapolate from what they've displayed. But do be sure to look out for that. And follow my Twitter. All right, we're going to leave the link down below at every video. Now we got to build up Twitter, man. All right, I can't be over here with 30-something thousand subs on YouTube and goddamn 500 followers on Twitter. Also, I'm not the type to tell you to follow social media pages just for the sake of following and supporting. I'm going to start providing insights to characters and my thoughts that I gather from like doing my research on them. And I'm going to translate it in the format of Twitter content so that you guys can have another way of gaining gaining insight into my thoughts on these characters. So be sure to follow it. I promise it'll be like, I think, pretty useful information. I'll even be screenshotting the slideshows I do when I, present my content to you guys upon character releases and stuff. I'll screenshot those, put them on Twitter for people to see, yada, yada, yada. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace, love, and happiness.